I mean, I think if anybody can do it, I think Alex can make it happen. Like, and I would love to see it, you know, because I think, I don't know if Alex will have the speed advantage than Tom does, but I will give Tom the advantage of like being the more complete fighter. But Poatan hits so damn hard that I think he could knock out Tom Aspinall.
The level of A, refinement in his game, and BC, the ruthless efficiency. He doesn't need to land on you many times, just needs 1 or 2 good ones, and your shit is over, bub. Do I think he can beat Tom Aspinall? I don't think he can beat Tom Aspinall. Do I think he should get a fight against Tom Aspinall? Yes! Make that fight! Are you kidding me?
He can be successful at heavyweight. I think that he can do whatever he wants. Look, man, I'm past betting against Alex Pereira. I'm past saying that he can't do something. I think time and time again, Alex Pereira has proven he can do whatever he wants. Look, every challenge has challenges, and every great thing will be hard. So him at heavyweight, there would be some issues, but there's issues at 205.
I am honestly the biggest fan of Alex Pereira. Like, he is one scary guy. But would that not be a cool little thing? Like, let's see how we get on. I mean, I've got the lowest average fight time in the UFC. Like, my chances of doing all right in that are pretty good. Like, let's put some money on the table.
I mean, this whole thing began with Joe Rogan liking the idea, planting that seed with Dana White. This started to grow a little bit when Dana went to the press conference and said, Joe Rogan keeps telling me, and I respect Joe's opinion. And now all of a sudden, you get a win over Curtis Blades for Tom. All of a sudden, you have the #1 contender that was rumored to be next for Alex Pereira finding something else to do, and he becomes available, and there is no better idea. There is no better idea as we're waiting for Jones and Stipe, when we're understanding that getting the winner of Jones versus Stipe against Aspinall won't take place until International Fight Week of next year. Once we realize that, we see, what else would you rather see Tom do? And the music goes silent. What else would you rather see Alex do? And the music goes quiet. But if we find a way to get those guys together, we have room for one mega fight before International Fight Weekend, in my opinion. I think we're a step closer. We're not there, but we are closer.
And this is where if Alex could beat Tom Aspinall, he would have to stop some takedowns for sure, right? People want to see him have the ability to stop takedowns, because if you can't stop takedowns on John Jones, he's going to take you down, he's going to submit you. Like we saw Pereira be taken down by Izzy Adesanya, and he was kept down for actually a significant portion of time. And it is kind of wild that we have this guy Pereira who is, I mean, there's no doubt he's making his mark as, you know, possibly one of the best ever if he keeps winning, right? And yet we still have, I know you do, even if you want to express it, you have questions about his wrestling. Like, how would he do against good wrestling? And we don't know, because somehow, you know, Jamal Hill didn't try a takedown. Prohaska didn't try a takedown. Blachowicz actually did take him down and keep him down for a round. Strickland didn't try a takedown. Adesanya didn't try, like, these guys, they don't try takedowns.
Well, he's a beast. I'm a big fan of his, actually. I like what he does. I like what he's about. He's there to fight. He fights anybody. He fights on short notice. Like, pretty similar to myself, if I do say so myself. We have pretty similar mindsets, but no, if we fought, I'd just sprint across the octagon, rugby tackle him, hold him on the floor. That's what I'd do. Is what I'd do.
Go straight for the takedown.
First 10 seconds of the fight, yeah.
Seriously?
I've got one very reliable takedown that I do. If you watch my fight with Arlovsky, did it there.
Spear.
The spear, yeah. It's undefeated in training. The problem is when you do it, you nearly knock yourself out. So I don't do it that much, because you just run into a full blast with your head. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I save that for rare moments. But that's the exact takedown I do. Full blast, mate. 40-yard dash straight across.
I get it. Him versus Aspinall, that's a hell of a fight. I know I'd watch it. And he's got a shot. The only issue is the wrestling. Like, yeah. I know he worked with Glover, so I'm sure he's putting in the time and energy, and he is Brazilian. So I'm just gonna assume that he already has like a base of jiu-jitsu that's always want to be there. We just don't have. He hasn't been forced to like use it, and that's why people want to see him against Ankalaev. We want to see if he can handle a light heavyweight who can wrestle. Because if you can't handle a light heavyweight who can wrestle, I don't know what you're gonna do with a heavyweight who knows how to wrestle.
I cannot guarantee you that the younger, bigger guy in Tom would win. There's something special about Alex, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But I don't know that Tom has the skills to just go out and take him down, so we might have to take that off of the board. I think Alex would have a really hard time getting up because of the size, but to get him there, Tom's probably going to want to trade, probably have a little bit of ego like everyone else of let me show all of you, and it might work out for him. But it just might be a very dangerous proposition as well.
When you get to heavyweight, especially for him, he'll have guys like Tom Aspinall or Curtis Blades, guys that truly can cause him some problems with their size and their wrestling ability. But it's not impossible. I think to think that Alex would not find success would be a massive mistake.
And Alex Pereira is doing great. He's proving everybody wrong, including me, because for me, when he got in the UFC, I thought, okay, he's a good striker, but as soon as somebody take him down, the fight is going to end. But they cannot touch him, right? They cannot, because like, and Blachowicz was a tough fight, but he did okay. So 2 times 2 division champion, maybe he can go to the heavyweight and be the only one to have 3 belts.
It would be very interesting. Tom has got knockout power, of course, knocked out the knockout artist, Sergey Pavlovich, made short work of him, 69 seconds, put him to sleep. So it's dangerous against Tom on the feet, but the real danger against Tom Aspinall is in the grappling. Tom has a ridiculously high fight IQ and ridiculously high skills, okay? He can get the job done everywhere, on the ground, on the feet, in the clinch, in the wrestling department, in the jiu-jitsu match, in a good old-fashioned brawl, a good old-fashioned ding-dong on the car park, okay? Tom Aspinall's smart, though, and he's not going to stand there and play that game with Alex Pereira.
Will the UFC allow their champion, their star, the light heavyweight champ, go up and fight against the interim light heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall? Because guess what, Kamaru, call me crazy, but I am not counting this dude out. Even if a guy like Tom Aspinall wants to stand with him, a guy that's 232 pounds going in there, he's probably going to be a lot heavier. If he does go to heavyweight, I feel like a guy like Tom Aspinall could actually be in trouble too.
As good as Henry was, we didn't think he could go up and beat Volk. As good as St. Pierre was, we didn't think he could go up and beat John Jones. As good as Daniel Cormier was, we did not believe he could make the weight class of 185 pounds to challenge anybody, right? I mean, it's just one of those things. Pierre wants to fight Aspinall. That's not a joke. You got to say tough guy things. You got to make us believe that you're willing to go do tough guy things. Oh, you better believe him. He wasn't kidding.
Can you
People
imagine
love him.
Can you imagine Brian Campbell if he goes in there and takes? Again, do I think it's likely? I don't think it's likely. But if he took Aspinall's head off and he becomes, that would be still an interim champion, but we would all know what that would mean. Dude, you are talking about something that is fucking basically impossible. Let him cook. He should do that to Dana. Hold on, Dana. Let me cook.
I just think it'd be so insane to watch him go up. He'd have to be fighting Aspinall. John Jones is not ready yet. It's just, if he beats Aspinall, like, what is he?
Is he the
Who the hell is
heavyweight?
that? Like, he hits a lot harder than Aspinall, at least on that power cube.
It's unbelievable when you look at Tom Aspinall how big he is. Like,
he's huge.
He's thick through the middle. He's got a big chest. He's got big arms, and he's long, and he's fast. But, I mean, Alex Pereira's been fighting for like 2 years, right? And look at what he's done.
Crazy.
So are we going to sit up here and say he can't do it?
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not doing it because I'm not trying to have crow. I'm not trying to have egg on my face.
I want to see it. I want to see him do whatever he tries to do.
Right.